Welcome everybody, welcome to part 2 or video 2 on the greatest astronomical discovery made in the history of this cycle of man. Check out video 1, or you can actually watch this then go check out video 1 if you wanted to. I didn't draw all the pretty pictures in video 1, so I'm going to explain it all with these nice pictures for those who need to see the models, how it's all come about. Now this great discovery of mine is showing you how and why Polaris, central star, the central northern star is a 3-star system, is the same as what we see out in the southern hemisphere, which used to be called Polaris Australis, now Sigma Octantis. Maybe that's because they want to keep you away from the thought that it is a reflection of the north. It is a mirrored reflection. But we say Sigma Octantis is a 1-star system because it's an exploded view of the slice of the northern hemisphere. We're going to get into that. And the central star of Orion's belt, always forget how to pronounce the word, EL-lumination, also represents the sun. So Polaris represents the sun. So does Sigma Octantis. Polaris, Venus and Mercury is the 3-star system up here. You've just got to understand the levels of perspective and thought. It takes a bit of the mind's eye to understand it all. But when you understand it, whew, you are enlightened. Trust me. You have to understand the truth in this physical world before you pass on, or you're just going to be recycled back to another dodo, maybe another form of animal. But you want to learn the truth. You want to leave all the common man, leave the herd, get away from the common narrative. It's all lies and deceit. Okay? Here I explain it all. So we have to realize that there's different perspectives of the sun. Polaris is the sun. The sun does a small rotation around the black hole center of creation, because it's like a wave out from the center. Dead center of the wave is the black hole, and that splash or energy created instantly is the sun. It was a star that came down the Milky Way, came into place. That's a long story, that goes on forever, but it got there, okay, and then it becomes illuminated. So it's forever changing, but it might take hundreds if not thousands of years to change. But that star will be replacing the sun, and this goes into mythological stories about Zeus, and even the Christian story, what was his name, King Herod. The Herod wanted to kill off all the newborn babies, because the babies represent the new sun, S-O-N, S-U-N, coming in to replace him. Okay, so it gets replaced, it comes down through the Milky Way. It's all to do with pairing. They know about pairing in physics. Well, they do the pairing up in the two ends of the Milky Way. One side's female, one side's male. And this is represented by Venus and Mercury. Mercury, the male, the messenger, he becomes the illuminated one, the male coming down, just like the sperm coming down, up the egg comes, the fallopian tube where the sperm coming down. Bingo, they hit at the egg, the sun, whatever, create the pairing, male and female. That's why the sun is a hermaphrodite. It's male and female. But check out the other video for a bit more explanation on that. So Polaris is the sun, and it sends an image out to the south all around the southern hemisphere because it all comes from the center. This is it here, it comes from the center. The star rotation fixed at the center north in the Arctic, turning 24/7, 15 degrees per hour. In the northern hemisphere we see that. It's a flat rotation up in the sky. Okay, up in the sky, above the centre Arctic like this, the top of the vortex, ecliptic plane, and due to the shape of the Earth, this parabolic mirrored effect we get at night time, that swings down and get cast into the night sky in the southern hemisphere like this. So it's inverted and it's rolling the opposite way. You can do experiments yourself. I've done that with a fishbowl. Okay, so that becomes there. So Polaris becomes Sigma Octantis. But because it's an exploded image out south, because everything expands outward from the centre, this is the only way, this is the only example of how our realm expands out to the south from the centre north. The only way we can imagine it. But you can also see it, but you need to imagine, use your little bit of the old mind's eye, exploded. So we see the 3-star system back here at Polaris, but we only see Sigma Octantis here because the other 2 stars will be more widely dispersed. Okay? But they're out there. There's a lot more information to be explored in there, and I haven't gone into it yet, but you've still got the 3-star system. And here at a particular time of the year we also have a 3-star system, and it's all due to this alignment, north to south. That's your meridian. Everyone has a meridian. Everyone is on a meridian, on a direct line from north to south. You can consider that as a nice, here we go, one of these, north to south. And you're in here, anywhere in here, there it is from the south to the north. Earth has this 180 degree curve called a meridian. Well, they should be calling it a meridian, like that. And so does man down here on Earth sit at 90 degrees to his zenith of his arc of horizon. Could say his little mini meridian. All the celestial bodies in his, wherever he is, will be cast onto his arc of horizon. That's his visual perspective of the universe around him. Because he himself comes from the centre. He is the centre of creation. The centre of the creation is back here, where it's lateral, horizontal. But down in our realm, we see it all vertical. It's all perpendicular. The created realm here is perpendicular to creation. Okay? You need to accept that. A lot of things you need to accept if you've been indoctrinated all your life. Orion's belt represents singularity before the duality, the split hemispheres. This is all described in religion, but common man cannot read it or see it. Singularity, that's the point way back here. This is singularity. Created our realm, which is a split cell. Created the northern and the southern hemisphere, divided by the tropical gap. Be it down here on Earth or the celestial tropical gap. It's divided, separated. Okay? The magnetic field does not cross the tropics. That destroys the globe theory bullshit straight away right there. The field comes out of the centre, over, down, straight down at the Tropic of Cancer, through the Earth, up the south, over, drops straight down at Capricorn, through the Earth and back up again. That's the infinity cycle, all the way around the donut. Okay? So this is how we see it. Minute. The inner northern hemisphere is shrunk away like this, but we don't know this because it's all relative to the observer. We don't know we're expanding as we move south. Every living creature, everything not attached to the earth, not fixed and stationary to the plane of the earth, which comes from the plane of inertia, from the dead center of the black hole, that's where earth is from, everything will expand as it being taken south. That's why it's all relative. Distance, time over distance out here is all relative. Way back here, it's all equal. This is why we have a Mercator map that shows all the arcs of longitude parallel, because it's representing the time between the arcs. They're all the same. So if you're expanding with the field, you don't know. There's no difference in distance, is there? Okay, so that explains all your flight you know, it's all over the internet, flat earth flights. It's all, just ignore the whole lot. You come here and you learn it all in at one place, okay? Venus, the Sun and Mercury is the 3-star system. Seen from another perspective, seen from other perspectives, maybe. One has to appreciate the different stages of perception. Not sure if that's correct English, but you need to understand the whole concept, all the different stages, like chopping down a magnet into smaller pieces. Okay, 3 to 4 different concepts to consider all at once is key to understanding the whole flat earth model. These are the different positions. The Milky Way can be imagined because everything is of the mind anyway. It is whether you can use your mind's eye to see reality for what it is, or just go with the mainstream common man's narrative of delusions. So stage 1 on an overall system, you have the Milky Way, female end down here, and the male end coming up, being created from the electromagnetic induction between the capacitor plates, you could say, either side of the tropics. It's the magnetic field of Earth, okay? It's like a ring magnet. It's all the magnetic field that creates the energy. This is where the energy is created. That's why it's warm at the tropics. And we get an image of the sun in our realm, supposedly here, because that's where it is created if you look at it on a worldly, an overall system. But we actually we see an image of our own down on our own arc of horizon. So these are the different stages. You have your one stage here of the Milky Way, then you have another stage of it this way with the sun in the middle here, so put the sun there, there's your Milky Way. And then you break it down again and you have the Milky Way out here with the sun in the middle, and in the north they have their own as well. They're two different. Okay. And then you bring it down again, we see the whole Milky Way model pass over our arc of horizon. At night, the individual's perspective of the universe around him. Okay? Now this is how the stars move around the central northern star rotation. Around our flat earth system, they're rolling around west all the time. So as this does a 360, these here have done a 360 wind all the way back to the start. Like this. They've done a whole 360 by the time they get back here. So they're forever moving this way. This is why in star trail photography you don't see a star here do a whole 360, because they're coming in from the east, caught in your arc of horizon on your meridian, because you only have this is all you're seeing. You're just getting a slice of the pie as it moves out. That's if you're on a direct south to north meridian videoing in star trail. But if you take a star tracker, you can track one of these stars and watch it move out and around. Okay? But that rotation there is dead north to south on your meridian line. Okay? So this is why the stars are always coming in and then fading out, because they're moving on out. This is why everybody out south can get their own image. It's all reflected from the centre. Why would he not get one? It's all mirrored in the night sky backdrop of this curve, which creates the parabolic image. It's what creates this parabolic reflection. Okay? They're just stars, holographic projections, seen inverted. So for example, you could say that's South America, there's New Zealand, there's Australia, there's South Africa. South America, South Africa. The only difference is their rotation is revolved slightly. So when they say they're the same stars, they're not exactly in this rotation, because you're only getting that slice there. This guy gets a portion of the rotation around here. Well, actually it nearly is, probably is the same, because as this moves around you're going to get it. Depends on what time you're seeing. But if you all looked at the same time, you would have a slightly different, you have different stars in your slice of the pie as it rolls around. Okay, like this. I've got these turned the wrong way. They're actually going the other way in the southern hemisphere here. In the north it would be going like this. Okay, north is fixed at the centre in the Arctic, turning 24/7, 15 degrees per hour. This is turning 15 degrees per hour because it's a reflection of the north. But it's also moving that way, 15 degrees per hour. How does they explain that on a globe? Don't bother, because a globe is all BS, okay? They can't do it. There's not two motions, is there? Not 15 degrees per hour anyway. So there's the examples: South America, New Zealand, Australia, South Africa. Mirrored projections of the holographic stars. Why Polaris is Sigma Octantis? Polaris, no, because of the reflection straight through there. Orion's belt at a particular time of the year. It's all about an alignment. This is the divine story told in religion that no one understands. Okay, I'm not getting into that because that goes on forever. Also, see my other video. See my video on the Plow Shear. This is the Plow Shear. This shape this takes, the magnetic field takes. All clues in the Bible. It's a code. Pomegranates are all the way around here on these. These are infinite, so they're all over the place. Those red things are the sun, the opposite Polaris. The pomegranates. And the pruning hooks. Look, the pomegranate stuck inside that pruning hook. You've got the pruning hook and the Plow Shear and the pomegranate. Regarding Earth's magnetic field lines. There's the pruning hook. Could even go in like that. But it doesn't really, but that's what the field does. Because as it's winding out, this is the Fibonacci. It winds out of the north as a Fibonacci. Okay? You've got the whole, you've got the magnetic field swinging out like this. Whoops, I've gone the wrong way. It goes this way though, but I'll keep going this way. Okay? Known as the spider web and celestial navigation. Celestial navigation all comes down to here, your arc of horizon. Sextant readings across the horizontal. Then it gives you the angle. Then you got the angle. Then they want to know what equals your zenith. So it's that angle there is where they go to the almanac, Saturn's almanac, to do the calculations of 60 minutes per arc of degrees to give you a distance from where you are here to where that GP point is of that star is. So now they know where you are in relation, like how far away from where you are, but you've basically drawn a circle, so you're here. So that star is on that line, but where is it? North, east, south or west. Then you go a bit deeper and carry on. That's it. That's all celestial navigation. So this is the only example of how you can understand the expansion of the field when you realise that is a one star there, is Sigma Octantis, but look out for the other two stars out here. I haven't looked into it, but it could be connected to the crux. So why the middle star of Orion's belt and the limb also represents the Sun, while each side star represents Venus and Mercury. There's Venus and Mercury there, folks. To make up the three-star system. Polaris is. But so is Sigma Octantis, except it is a more exploded view of the southern field, a slice of the northern pie. You read this? Venus and the Sun and Mercury. Venus, the Sun and Mercury is the three-star system, seen from other perspectives. Yeah, I've read that, haven't I? So you've got 1 360 rotation around the centre north, forever moving west. So it's always out here, but you only see half at a time because the sun will be on the other side, right? three wise men, that Orion's belt moves around the tropical gap here 24/7 all year long, consistently, but we only see it for 9 months because the sun catches up to it and buries it in the light of the sun till the sun passes by. You have to accept the whole model. My model shows that the sun moves quicker than all the planets because it's the wave, it's the ecliptic wave. You have to understand the wave. Okay, it's a wave all out from the centre, and right down the centre, right directly on the horizon of the black hole, is the sun. Okay, and if the sun is on the inside track of a race course, he's the horse that's going to win every time. He's going to beat this horse out here, that horse out there, and that horse out there, isn't he? Unless you're stupid or he's frickin' lame. That creates an oval shape when you add the head and the black hole together. But nothing passes the sun. The sun catches up because it's quicker. So as this planet comes around to there, I'm not sure if you can see this, but the sun, because you're going to be looking through that way. You're going to be looking through the plane like this. Sun's going to be back here. You're looking through that way. But we're not seeing the dead centre sun. I'm explaining the actual sun back here. The sun we see is out here. That's the image. But even then they have to imagine it because you don't see the sun and the night at the same time, do you? This is why they all get confused. Why they think the flipping planets are passing the sun. So let's just say that's reflected out here and you see a planet. You see a planet out here too. That sun starts coming around towards the planet and you're told the sun's fixed. You're going to assume that the planet must be going that way towards the sun. When no, they're all moving in this direction. The sun catches up, then the sun passes it. So they're still thinking the sun is, the planet's going that way because the sun's moving this way. Then when they're far enough apart, then they realise they're all going the same way again. When they've been going the same way all along. Okay? So here's the sun. The sun's on the inside track actually over here. They're moving together. The sun catches up and carries on. So because the sun is catching up, the sun's fixed, so it must be going this way. So they carry on. The planet's still going that way. Then it gets to a certain point and then they realise, they're all going together this way. It's that simple, eh? So, that's it, guys. This is the greatest astronomical discovery of all time. You only need to get your head around it. But you won't find any of this on mainstream because they have to stick with the ball. The world's run by the Freemasons, the liars who run NASA. They're the Nazis that won the war, win all the wars, create all the wars. They want you all to believe you live on the outside of a spinning ball and they manage everything. Because when you wake up you realise a lot of the stuff all correlates to a spinning ball theory. But they can't answer, they only answer half the questions. This model, the true model, answers all the questions. All the phasings, lunar eclipses, all lunar eclipses are all to do with the circular black hole. Okay, it's all 2D imaging. Nothing's 3D, nothing's spherical. It's all projections. It's all projected out from the black hole. So we have to imagine where from the black hole we are looking out. Okay, and everything passes over us when in fact it's actually going around us. Okay, so imagine you're standing up there in the middle of the black hole looking out. One way to think about it. Understanding all the breakdown of the Milky Way. Scale it all down, just like chopping a magnet down, okay? 1 system, 2 system, 3, 4. Could just say, make this 3 because you're getting a reflection of this one down here. So it's basically a 3, but you can say 4 if you want to. There's the Pantheon. Why you see this in churches, they all know, the Vatican, they're all part of the club, the Freemason club, the satanic pricks that are taking all your money and lying to you, but they're showing you everything in your face. I don't know if they want you to wake up, I don't think they do, because they're doing their best to kill you all. Fry your pineal gland, which is your third eye, the mind's eye, so you can understand all this stuff. Okay? So if you like this sort of stuff, please support me and join my Patreon page. Don't forget to put a thumbs up or a likes up and share it. Get it out there. The Flat Earth community is as dopey as the Globers. They're not getting this. I don't see it out there. Okay? Get it out there. Flat Earthers, they're woken up a bit more than the Globers, so they need to understand the whole model. Just while we're here and the video's still rolling, we'll just check the time on that. Okay, I've got a couple of minutes, so while we're here, let's just do a quick run over of how you get the solar, how you get these eclipses. Imagine this is the black hole. The magnetic fields come out of the toroidal field like this. It's just the northern hemisphere. Concentrate on that because that's basically what we see around the black hole. Energy comes out. So this black hole circle in here, this wave that comes out is creating the phasing. See the phasing of the moons? And when there's an alignment with Mercury or Venus, it's what's the word? It counteracts the frequencies anyway, and takes the frequency out of the whole system to create this, to cause the sun to go black. Okay, it's only a portion, isn't it? It's not all over the entire Earth. It's just a portion, slice of the pie. When you see the shadowing. So I'll leave it at that, guys. Thanks for watching, and any queries, let me know. If you're wanting my email, if I've got time to write that on there. nzbldr@gmail.com. Check out my Patreon. Patreon, is that it? I also have a PayPal. But drawing up a lot more videos on there at the minute, and a lot of Facebook posts you don't see on my YouTube site. But be sure to pass this on to anybody. My tag is @meta369. Keep searching. I try to veer you away from this information. Okay, you have to share this because YouTube just wants to hide it all, because the people who run YouTube, they're part of the clan of Dan, all the lying Freemasons. It's no conspiracy, okay? They don't want you to know this. So get it out before they shut me down completely. Okay, cheers guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for trying to understand. But go and do some research. Check out a lot more of my videos.